Hello everyone. Today we're talking about applying at Wits University. So we'll cover the process, some of the requirements, the application fee, tips and tricks, and if you are looking to study at Wits and you are an international student, meaning that you are applying from outside South Africa, then please do watch this video until the end. So the University of the Witwatersrand, better known as Wits, produces more millionaires than any other university in South Africa. So if you want to be part of this statistics, wow, you can apply now. So Wits offers undergraduate degrees and postgraduate degrees and diplomas, as well as a range of short courses and part-time and online offerings. So Wits has 5 faculties, which is the sciences, commerce, law, management, engineering, health sciences, and humanities. And then it offers more than 300 courses. So Wits University receives over 70,000 applicants every year, and they're just looking for 5,000 people. So they only have space available for 5,000 people out of the 70,000 applicants. So don't wait for the application closing date to approach and then start applying. Then you start running around, you do things in a rush. Rather apply now, and then if maybe you change your mind, that's when you can also edit your application. So I just advise you to start the process now. First step is for you to choose a program. So you may apply for a maximum of 3 programs. So it means you can apply for 3 courses. So what I would suggest, or as a tip, don't apply for courses that are in the same faculty. For example, don't apply for a BSc in chemical engineering, BSc in industrial engineering, BSc in mechanical engineering, because chances are if they don't take you on one, they might not take you on the other, because the application criteria is almost similar. Rather apply for a BSc in mechanical engineering and then look for something else, maybe in the commerce school, maybe become accounting, and then also look at something in the humanities or the health sciences. So if you're applying for a BSc Health Sciences, Speech, Language, Pathology, Audiology and Social Work, then you must write your NBT test. So NBT test is a national benchmark test. So this has to be done before 14 August. And then if you're thinking of doing social work, then you're required to write an MB test before the 31st of October. And then if you're going to do something in the humanities, for Bachelor of Arts in Dramatic Art, you need to do auditions. So auditions is part of the requirements. If you're going to do a Bachelor of Arts in Film and Television, then they're going to need a portfolio. And then if you're also doing the Bachelor of Arts in Fine Arts, you also need an audition. You also need to do an interview. If it's a Bachelor of Music, you also need an audition. If it's Bachelor of Arts in Digital Arts, there are additional requirements. So bear that in mind, but then they're going to guide you as to what they're looking for. And then if you are going to do something in physiotherapy and occupational therapy, you're going to require to complete observation hours and submit a certificate of attendance. So after choosing a program, the next step is uploading your supporting documents. So the required documents include a copy of your school qualification. This is your senior certificate, your national senior certificate, your matric certificate, and then a copy of your official tertiary academic record. This is maybe if you're transferring from one institution to Wits. And then you're also going to need a copy of your ID document if you are a South African student, or an ID or passport if you are an international student. And then if you are an international student and you studied in another language, you also need to submit sworn translations of documents if they are not in English. Don't forget to calculate your APS score to make sure that you qualify for the qualification that you're applying for. So this is an example of a BCom accounting qualification, which needs you to have an APS score of 45. So I'll also include an example of how they calculate the APS score at Wits. And then the next step, which is step number 4, is the paying the application fee. So the application fee is 100 Rand for South African citizens. This is non-refundable. And then if you are an international student, you have to pay a non-refundable amount of 700 Rand. And then this payment has to be made before the closing dates. And then you have to use your T number or person number as a reference. So this number will be generated and given to you by the system when you're applying online. So after you're done paying the application fee, loading all the documents, then you submit your application. Then you will receive an email from the university acknowledging your application, and then they will also tell you that they will keep in contact. Please make sure that the email address that you're using is valid and the phone number that you're also using is still in use, because those are the two modes of communication that they would use to talk to you. So maybe your email address has changed or you changed your phone number, then you need to go back to your application and edit that information. So if you wish to apply for residence within the university, please take note of the following. The closing date for all applications is 30 September each year, and late application will not be accepted. Before you are admitted to a residence, you will be required to pay 10,000 Rand of your residence fees for the year. And then if you are an international student, you are required to pay 75% of their residence fees. And NSFAS students must have a provisional or firm acceptance letter before being admitted into residence. And also for bursary students, you must provide proof of your bursary upon registration. So residence application fees vary depending on whether you are allocated a single or a double room. So of a single room, you will need to pay an application fee of 610 Rand, while double room applications are required to pay an application fee of 110 Rand. Because a residence has limited space, on the Wits website they also put on a number of outside accommodation that are reputable. So I'll also include the links to that website for you to check. So if you are new to Wits and you are a postgraduate student, then the closing date for accommodation applications is the 30th of October every year. So my international students, this information is for you. For you to be able to be a student at Wits, you need a matriculation exemption. That is one of the requirements for a first degree to study at a South African university. So if you are non-South African, you must have your school qualification evaluated by the matriculation board. That will then issue a certificate of exemptions to those who qualify. So your friend is the international office for students. I will include all the information on the description box. Make them your friend. Always inquire with them. Send them emails. Send them emails. Call them. Ask information. Ask them to give you information, to walk you step by step, because that is their job. So no university in South Africa is permitted to register you until you have produced your valid study visa. It takes at least 6 to 8 weeks for your study visa to be processed. It is also important for you to know that your study visa is issued to study at one institution, and you would have to apply for a change of condition should you want to change institution. So the holder of a study visa for studies at a higher education institution in South Africa, you may work part-time for a period of not exceeding 20 hours per week. And if you are a student transferring from one university to Wits, you will need to submit a copy of your published academic results that is stamped by the institution's register and signed by the faculty officer. You will also need to ask the institution to send your full academic record and a certificate of good conduct to the Student Enrollment Center. So if you want me to do a video about the different Wits funding options, please like these videos. If I get 20 likes on this video, then I will see that you are serious about this information, and I will also provide you with a video that talks about the funding options that are available at Wits. That is it, guys. That is all the information I have for you on this video. All I can say is please apply on time. Don't wait for the last minute. Apply now. And also don't forget to subscribe, comment if you have any questions down below, and I will see you in the next video. So from me, it's bye for now.